To you football lovers, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't miss the Spotify camp as soon as you arrive in Barcelona. But you know what? Barcelona is much more than football. Have you seen a modern, cultural, and artistic city with attributes that makes it easy to be attracted to and almost impossible for you to leave? What if I had the beaches, the bars, and the delicious cuisine? That is Barcelona, a city that caters for different types of taste, cultural visit for those with a thirst for knowledge, walks through the different parks for nature lovers, bars and clubs for more party lovers. We can keep going on and on and on. Barcelona is one of Europe's trendiest cities. It's a hub of new trends in the world of culture and fashion, combined with creativity of its artists and designers, with respect and care for local traditions. Much like any big city anywhere else on the planet, Barcelona does have its fair share of crime. However, tourists have a lot to worry when visiting because the city does have a reputation for pickpocketing. Unlike other big cities, so it's not surprising that it has become a top tourist destination for visitors hailing from all over the world. If you are flying into Barcelona airport, there is a high chance that you will need to head to the Barcelona city center, whether to transfer to your accommodation or as an intermediary stage to going somewhere else, maybe even as your final holiday destination. Getting from Barcelona airport to the city center is relatively quick and simple. There's an express shuttle bus that runs between Barcelona airport terminals and Barcelona city center, and it's called Aerobus. It is spacious and has plenty of luggage space. It's pretty affordable and convenient, but the ticket price varies. They've got a single ticket, and I think that's about €7. I guess you're excited to see what Barcelona has to offer, but that's why you're on this channel. Don't worry, I've got a lot packed for you on this virtual journey. Are you ready? Come along with me. We all know towns pride themselves on their main square, but in the case of Barcelona, it is Plaza de Catalunya. Without a doubt, it's the heart of the city and a meeting point for locals and visitors. It is regarded as the central most point of Barcelona city center. It has a large central square as its focus. Actually, it's round in shape, and here you will find fountains and sculptures. If you visit during fiesta times, there are often live musical performances. Just a short distance from Plaza de Catalunya area is Casamila. It is quite large, and even though you won't visit the entire building, it's normal to spend up to 2 hours exploring its many areas. It is never empty because it is one of Barcelona's most popular attractions. It is mostly busy on weekends, and so your best bet is to go on a weekday and very early, right when it opens. During the summer months, it can get quite hot on the roof terrace. Also, I recommend buying your tickets online in advance. Next on the list is Casa Batlló, one of the most fascinating buildings in Barcelona. The work of Antoni Gaudí can be seen in every detail of the building. You can choose what you want to see in Casa Batlló, or maybe just everything. From the outside, the facade of Casa Batlló looks like it has been made from skulls and bones. The skulls are in fact balconies, and the bones are supporting pillars. Gaudi used colors and shapes found in marine life as inspiration for his creativity in this building. This building is stunning and well worth the visit. There's an audio tour that comes with the entrance ticket. As you continue the journey, you come across Casa Vicent. That's the first house designed by Antoni Gaudí and the building that marked the beginning of his career. It took inspiration from nature and using elements including wrought iron and ceramics. For the past 130 years, the Casa Vicents have been a permanent residence, originally a summer holiday home and then a family home. Now you have the chance to visit this architectural gem, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that was restored in 2017. You'll be able to discover all the hidden details on the first and second floor and in the garden with descriptions labeled in English, Spanish, and Catalan. You'd notice that all of the few attractions previously mentioned all began with casa. In Spanish, casa means home. I hope it made it easier to be understood. You know what? We've seen several churches around the world, all dedicated to the apostles in most cases. Like you'd see churches named St. Peter's Church, St. Paul's Church, but never have I seen the one that was dedicated to Joseph the carpenter, who we all know as the father of Jesus Christ. But you know what? I found the first church in the world that was dedicated to St. Joseph. That's the adoptive father of Jesus. It's a beautiful place of devotion that stands atop a mountain. I bet it's a church you definitely want to see. Casa Ramos is a cultural asset of national interest. It's a grand building with some unusual shapes and decorations that are designed to impress. Like other modernist buildings, it has impressive ornamental details inspired by the natural world. Among the most noteworthy is the addition of bees on the main facade, giving the structure its colloquial nickname as the House of Bees. Also, the path leads to Park Güell. That's a cool hilltop park, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well. You don't need a detective to figure out that Gaudi was behind it, but something about the style stood out again. Those mosaic walls are uniquely detailed uneven shapes, and it was built in the early 20th century. It is advisable to buy your ticket in advance, as it gets fully booked in most cases. It doesn't matter if it's winter or summer. You know what, guys? We might have to take a break, and I just want to tell you something. And the thing is this, if you're new to the channel and you don't want to miss out on the upcoming videos, then you have to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can receive the alert immediately when a new destination video is published. Do not also forget to like this video and share with your loved ones, should in case you are planning a trip soon. No one goes to Barcelona without seeing La Sagrada Familia. It's literally the most important site for most tourists. But I agree to a point because the structure is massive and it's kind of funny how the construction is still incomplete till date. It even has a title of being the largest unfurnished Catholic church in the world. And you know what? It was also designed by Antoni Gaudí. Gaudí devoted the remainder of his life to this project and he is buried in the church script. It's been over 140 years since the construction of this church began, and it's still not completed yet. Entry into the church is not free. You'll mostly have to book your ticket in advance. You should make your way to the huge triumphal arch. It's impressive and absolutely worth a visit. Barcelona once hosted the Universal Exhibition in 1888, and the triumphal arch was built as a gateway to the fair, which was held in Parc de la Ciutadella. The monument is classical in shape and it has become one of the city's iconic landmarks. Do not ignore the tropical greenhouse for shade-loving plants. Imagine how beautiful the park is, laid out nicely with wide promenades, colorful flower beds, and many palm trees. You'd most likely spend several hours because there's so much to see here and it's free entry. So you really have to spend time seeing the fountains and sculptures that decorate the park, while several interesting buildings will catch the eye of architecture buffs. Just as we said earlier on, the arch was built as a gateway to the park. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, this is the park we're talking about. And it's Barcelona's most centrally located park, which includes a zoo, a lake, a large fountain, and several museums. La Rambla Street is a very lively and iconic street in the heart of Barcelona, and it's home to numerous attractions that captivate tourists and locals. It's sometimes the first landmark that most tourists identify with the city. It is filled with Barcelona's action at its best. La Rambla is primarily pedestrianized with only two narrow one-way traffic roads. Attractions along the streets include live performances, human statue art, artists that will draw your portrait, as well as established attractions like the Columbus Monument. But this particular street is literally the most dangerous. That's where pickpocketing occurs the most. And speaking of incredible places, let's talk about the Columbus Monument, which opened in 1888 during the Universal Exhibition. It stands at the beginning of La Rambla, near the sea. If you're like me that likes chasing views for a living, then you want to take the lift inside the column to see the viewing gallery at the top. It's 60 meters above the ground. There you can enjoy breathtaking panoramic view of the city and the port. For a few minutes, take a moment to glance at Port Vale. It's a popular waterfront area next to the Columbus Monument. The area was once a rundown industrial port but has undergone a major transformation over the past few decades. It presents a different face of Barcelona than the mountain and beach. Upon entering the port, you will see some spectacular yachts and amazing views. It actually incorporates a swing bridge that allows ships to enter and exit the harbor. If you have been to Barcelona before, chances are high that you have seen the distinctive Marimagnum building. It sits out into the water at the end of the swing bridge. Its mirrored walls and arched roof reflect the water that surrounds it. If you love shopping, then this is the best place for you. It has three floors of shops. You can find stores like that of clothing, food, electronics, cosmetics, and toys. I'd suggest you get something to eat here, maybe snacks, especially if you've been out all day exploring Barcelona. You can also just sit, as in taking a break from all sightseeing. I would say that your trip to the port isn't complete if you haven't gone on a boat cruise. Even if you choose not to, you might just get tempted. And I'll suggest you do it because it's really fun. You can just pay for your ticket at the spot. There are several companies, choose the one you prefer. Honestly, I did have a fantastic sailing experience in Barcelona. However, it was really cold, but bro, it was awesome. I tell you, do not go to Barcelona without going for a boat cruise. Thank me later. Once you make your way back to the lands, you should see the Venetian towers. Those are very obvious, just at the base of Montjuic Mountain. There is Barcelona Arena, and it's one of the unique buildings in the center of Barcelona, right next to Plaza de España. And the beautiful thing about this shopping center is not just the five commercial floors filled with fashion brands, but the treasure hidden on the top floor. An impressive rooftop with fantastic 360-degree views over Barcelona. It is not home to just one venue. The rooftop has several restaurants. If you are looking for a 360-degree rooftop experience packed with options, then this is the place to go. Entry is free if you are going through the mall directly upstairs. One last view before we end it, the Pablo Español, but you can call it the Spanish Village, and it's one of the city's most popular visitors attractions. You need to make payment to get inside. But if you choose not to go inside, you can just take a walk along the street where it's located. And guess what? You'd find free spots for Barcelona viewpoints from above. And that's because we're on the mountain in Barcelona. Let me know in the comments, have you been to Barcelona before, or are you planning on visiting soon? Or does it even look like somewhere you would like to visit in any way at all? If you would want your trip planned with ease, then visit our website to get started. Thanks for watching this episode and see you in the next video.